I think UMass is a really good opponent. I think we've been tested the last 2 weekends. And I think quite honestly, I think for us, I think there's some really bright spots. I think that whether it's kind of just individually, personnel wise, or even just with kind of what the growth we've made and we've seen over the course of this year, I think there's definitely some things we have to tighten up. And again, that's early part of the year, but I think that there really are some solid pieces for us to build on. I think that UMass is again a phenomenal group. They're a really veteran group. But I think for us, we should have some confidence that if we can kind of fix some things, we're kind of moving in the right direction for sure.
Cool. So you guys kept it pretty close in the first half. Seems like you guys did really good on the face-offs in the first half, and you played pretty well in transition too. It seemed like. What kind of cracked the game open in the second half there?
Yeah, I think that they certainly their draw kid's great. She's been phenomenal, and I think that Jen did a great job in the first half. I think that for us, I think just kind of limiting some of our fouling and being able to kind of keep the ball a little bit more of a 50-50 ball. I think they definitely kind of in that second half did a good job. I think they also pressure wise, when we would win it, I think they got to us. And just for us, just taking kind of better care of possession is kind of where I think they definitely started to see that gap, and kind of we talked about that at the end of the game is just limiting our self errors. But I think that that's what they do a good job of pressuring the ball. They do a good job of trying to rattle you, and I think in that kind of beginning portion of the second half, they got to us a bit.
Yep. That was going to be my other question. Turnovers in the offensive zone. Did it seem like those early possessions were a little like rushed, like it was hard to settle the ball down early? There were some early possessions that like didn't quite get settled off the fast break. Did that feel like that was a factor?
You're speaking like you're in our huddles. I think that, I think that certainly kind of the way that they play defensively, I think that we just wanted to be able to all be on the same page. When we were attacking together. I think that when we were trying to get organized and kind of maintain possession, I think be on that same page. And I think it took us a little bit to do that. I think we definitely got into a great groove towards the second part of the first half. And I think understanding that. And I think even towards the end of the second half, I think when we were attacking, we got some really good looks on Cage. I think that it's for us still kind of working on, we were able to kind of rotate a number of people through. I think that I'm always really happy kind of when we have multiple goal scorers. And I think that we saw some really good things from Claire Gola. And I think just being able for those guys to really understand just as a unit how we can take better care of the ball and really value those possessions.
Yep. Okay. And just kind of one last question. Over these past 2 games, have there been like any consistent things that you feel like you need to work on, or things that you feel are strengths? Like, has anything started to look like it's going to develop into a habit?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, I think that we definitely think we need to limit some of our fouling. So whether that's kind of just giving up some 8 meters, I think that that's something just that we've really noticed and tried to be able to kind of reel in a bit, just because I think it's given away some possessions and some easy opportunities to people. So I think that that's probably one of our biggest areas of improvement. I think from a strength standpoint, I think that again, I think that I've been impressed with our draw group. I think that they're really scrapping, they're winning it in kind of a number of different ways. I think Jen Barry has done a great job with that. Like I said, I think we're having 2 games now with multiple scorers, which I think is great for us from a team offense standpoint. I think we just got to be able to make sure we're taking a little bit better care of the ball, and making sure that kind of the turnovers we are making are really good turnovers. And that they're aggressive turnovers, that they're turnovers looking to score rather than just some casual possession turnovers. So